Hello and welcome to the March edition of the EPA's project updates. In a few minutes, you'll hear updates on all of our industry projects by the project leads themselves, including what Project Open Banking has planned for 2021, the final part of Project Inclusion's Affordable Credit interview series, and Project Financial Crime's forthcoming podcast, as well as updates from Alison and Donnelly on Project Regulator and Kevin McAdam on Project International Trade. As you will hear, it's been an exciting start to the new year, and it's only going to get busier. I'm now going to hand over to Josh Berle, our Project Inclusion lead, to take it from here.
Hello there, Josh Berle here from Mastercard and Chair of Project Inclusion at the EPA. What have we got up to in February? Well, we've been finalising our report into affordable credit, and we're looking forward to publishing that in the next few weeks or so. We're developing our report into lifestyle banking products and social impact. We are foreseeing more interviews and possibly events, roundtables and the like later on in Q2. We're also looking to repeat last year's survey into the impact of COVID on the market for financially inclusive financial service products. And we're also at each of our meetings inviting speakers from around the world to come and talk to us about different elements of financial inclusion. Just last week, we had Dr. Iris Sobel of Israel, who specializes in products for the older age demographic. So a busy time. If you're interested in any of that, then please do get in touch and join us. We'd be happy to have you along. Thanks very much indeed.
My name is Kevin McAdam. I'm the project lead for international trade, which is sponsored by GPS. I wanted to share with you today our objectives for 2021. We are basically going to focus on two subgroups. The first subgroup is concentrating around international market expansion, where we're going to help companies very much in terms of their development into new markets and verticals, through providing them with sort of support and identification about how best to go into that market. And then the second part is work that we're doing with the Global Cross-Border Payments Initiative. That's an initiative by G20, which the EPA is working with IIF to really sort of help shape what the cross-border payments will look like globally, and how we can influence that going forward. So two really interesting opportunities, two areas that will help our members in terms of their expansion program and keep them ahead of the curve regarding future cross-border payments. So we'd really like you to be part of that. So if you are interested as a member to join the group, please get in touch. Thanks very much.
Hello, my name is Jane G. I am the lead for Project Financial Crime at the Emerging Payments Association, and I'm also CEO at Kompli-Global. Some of the issues we've been looking at recently in the project include some of the key pillars of preventing financial crime. We're particularly looking at the moment at data sharing and ways to make that easier for our members, because that's part of stopping financial crime. And we're also looking at digital identity. There's been a lot of activity recently and a big recognition during this phase of COVID that solving the problem of making sure that you can prove who you are to all sorts of bodies, including the public sector, is very important. We are now recording a podcast about Ron Khalifa's FinTech Review, which is due to be published tomorrow, the 26th of February. And we'll be recording that podcast next Monday. And please look out for that, because we will be sending details of it so that you can have a listen to several of us talking about the implications of the FinTech Review. Thank you. Goodbye.
I'm Alison Donnelly, and I have the honour of leading Project Regulator. One of the things that we do for our members is take the pain out of analysing and responding to consultations. And it is absolutely raining consultations at the moment. One of our members, Robert Courtnidge, is taking the lead for us on the consultation that the Treasury issued on stablecoins and crypto assets. He briefed us this month on what's in that consultation and his plans to interview EPA members in order to inform the consultation response. In a similar process, Mike Chambers will lead on the Payment System Regulator's consultation on the new payment architecture. And not to be outdone, the FCA has also issued a consultation, this one being on changes to open banking and strong customer authentication rules, along with some changes to the approach document, including the requirement for applications to include wind down plans, among other changes. It's really important to us that we hear from our members and inform our consultations responses. We regularly meet with the FCA to inform them of sector views and to receive their feedback. We would be absolutely delighted to hear from any members with any comments that they'd like to share. And actually, if you'd like to join our group, we'd be delighted to have you on board. Please do get in touch with me, with Tom Bruin, or any of the members of Project Regulator. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Hugh Davies. I'm the mentor for the EPA's Project Open Banking. So we set this project up a little while ago because I guess we felt that open banking brings massive potential for the industry, particularly in the area of payments, but it's not just going to happen. We've got such a broad membership base across the EPA. We wanted to look at how could we use that collective brainpower and influence to accelerate that potential. So what have we been doing? We've set the project up. It's being managed by Richard Jones from Eversheds as the project lead. We've assembled a crack team. That makes it sound like the Avengers, but no, we've got a really good group of participants from right across the industry. And we spent a bit of time designing the scope and the project charter. And also there's been a review by UK Finance into open banking futures, so the future model, and we've been very actively contributing to that. So it's been a busy period. What's coming next? Couple of immediate things. So we're gearing ourselves up for an expected consultation around that future model for open banking in the UK, and we'll be looking to make sure that we very, very actively participate in that. And we're also preparing a podcast on the very hot topic of variable recurring payments, and we'll have some experts to share their thoughts on that and what it could mean for the industry. So very busy times ahead.
Thank you to our project leads. I hope you enjoyed watching the March edition of EPA's project updates. Now, we are always looking for more passionate payment professionals to join our industry projects. I'd also stress that now is a fantastic time to join our Project International Trade team led by Kevin McAdam. As Kevin explained, the project will be looking at international market expansion and global cross-border payments. So if you'd like to get involved in that project or maybe another, please pop me an email. My email address is tom.bruin@emergingpayments.org. Otherwise, you can also reach out to another member of the EPA team.